State. Can they do it again at Chiefs? We've seen them come in and have some great performances, especially with Masseter Mellon. Going up against Sault College, who's had a bit of a rough season so far. And this will be a fun one, I think.
Yeah, it should be a fun one, and I think the Dez hit the nail on the head. I think Ohio State definitely has to have the lead here, but to be fair, Daz was also right. A little shaky yesterday, not exactly the cleanest of plays, but Sault College, despite having some good players on their roster, obviously Duck probably the most notable one among them, have really struggled. So you got to give the edge to OSU here, and you're looking to see if Master Mellon can, hit another absolute banger 4-mile-per-hour goal like you did yesterday.
He was talking about it in this pregame lobby about his title of slowest CRL goal that there's ever been. So he's quite proud of that as well already.
He knows he absolutely smashed that ball yesterday, and he is right to be proud of it.
And I just love his car. His car, the Mellon Mobile. It is one of the most put together presets that we've seen.
It's been a staple of his for a long time in CRL. He's always at least had something watermelon, be it the topper or the wheels. It's always been around, so it's good to see he's gone all out this time. He's included the color scheme as well now.
Yeah, I mean, on the blue side, he actually has a green car with the watermelon pinstripes. Yeah, this one, it's reversed, but it still looks quite good. We even saw him early on go for a ground pinch off the ceiling. Ohio State now battling back out of their own half. Sleppy down to the middle. Chiller is waiting, and talk about... Ooh, Doug, did he do it? No! Masseter gets the second touch as well. I thought that was going to be a goal for Sioux.
Yeah, Duck, absolutely. Fantastic job on the dribble to work himself into a 1v1, but Master, great poise on the goal line to at least get the challenge and had the boost in the tank to make sure he could stay with the ball and keep out the follow-up attempt.
Sioux now backing down. Chiller going for another touch. Shiro blocked it, and now the shot was missed. Extra was zooming in and misread the angle on that ball. Ooh. Almost a double tap from Masseter. Now bouncing off the corner, Sleppy towards net. Duck will send it to the wall. It ricochets and goes back to Duck, but he's low on boost, only 8. Now long clear. Masseter taps it down, and Chiller had a nice recovery on the backboard to break up that play, and now Duck will be able to dribble this out.
And Shiro had a real clean shot at the net. Chiller with a big demo, but Duck kind of lost the handle on the dribble. Had to take an extra beat to get the ball back under control and ends up passing it to Shiro. That's 2 balls that he has had a chance to score for the Buckeyes, and both have been wide. 3 will finally kick in off the post.
This one, quick pass back to the middle. Chiller actually pinched that, so that is rough. Extra was going to the corner. Probably said, there's no way a shot will come in this split second that I go for the boost, but that pinch was, unfortunately for Sault College, the worst thing that you could have seen happen in that situation. Demo on Duck from Masseter, and a response demo from Chiller. Has been a bit of a physical game so far.
Great tip over as well. Ohio State, in general, doing a much better job controlling overall pace of play. Definitely the ones in the driver's seat when it comes to possession and putting opportunities together on the offensive side of things. Got to give credit. Sault College have kept them out for the most part, however. It's really kind of just feels like they're working those Sault College guys through their paces on defense to see what they can get away with.
Poking and prodding the defense, looking for that weakness. And the only goal really coming from that pinch, which was not really planned. But Shiro, the demo on Chiller, preventing anyone from coming in. That ball was out in front of net for a moment. Duck, backboard pass. Chiller shot opportunity. He put it wide off the backboard, and Extra was breakaway. A step too slow. And yep, you've seen it. Breakaway. However, Shiro will take it himself. Wow. I thought the window had closed, but he opens it back up and puts the ball through.
Yeah, you'd think the window's closed because that ball got so far out in front of him, and he goes for that hesitation, to see if he can make the defense stutter step, but Duck never went up to challenge him, even though he had the boost. And so Shiro was able to have the extra time to get all the way back in front of the ball instead of being contested right against it and able to turn it in.
Good old-fashioned Doomsy dish. So now a 2-goal lead. Sioux still looking to get on the board. That dunk from Chiller was sent wide. Extra off the backboard. It's weak. Sleppy challenged by Duck. Now Chiller decides not to dive in. Let Sleppy take the ball, and now we'll turn and challenge it. It's back to Masseter. Masseter going for backboard. Double commit from Sault College. Shiro hits it hard back towards Sleppy. I don't know if that was necessarily the right call. A demo in net. Shot opportunity. Extra. It's light, and it's blocked from Sleppy.
Shiro had some great recognition there to realize it was actually going to be his save if he was rotating back into the net. Thankfully, he was able to buy just enough time for his teammates to reset themselves and make the second clear. And, you know, Shiro picks up where he left off from yesterday. He also had an excellent defensive series yesterday, I thought.
The defense for Ohio State certainly showing up. 5 saves already. Sault College has not been without opportunities. However, Ohio State has shut down every single one as it's come. Duck will get the mid boost over to Extra. Extra could have gone back to Duck, but decided to take the shot. Still dangerous, and now finally Duck will break through. 16 seconds left on the clock, and Sault College, they still have a glimmer of hope.
Shiro kind of falls victim there to just getting a little antsy and inching closer and closer to the ball. He actually pulled himself all the way out of the frame of the net there, thinking that his teammate was going to challenge, and he was geared up to go follow up wherever the ball went, but he ended up being the one that had to make the play, and when it came his time, he just didn't have the space to work with, and Buckeyes are going to get it back on the kickoff. Sleppy is able to turn in a great shot from the right-hand side.
Yeah, that first touch was lovely. Duck.
Oh.
He made a big turn, but that's a tough situation to find yourself in. You got numbers advantage. It's hopeless sometimes.
Duck actually executed the challenge, I think, perfectly. He did force Sleppy to nail a perfect flick there. That ball just squeaked over him, and a double commit from Sault College at the end takes away a clean angle, and now they got to play it in the air.
So Ohio State take game number 1. But Sault did have some chances there, Chiefs. I think you could see potential. You saw opportunity there for him, but ultimately Ohio State just executed a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty nicely. Ohio State generally tended to have a lot of space to work with when Sault College was clearing the ball. So in game 2, looking for them to have a little bit quicker response time after the clear to be more in position to contest that ball at the midfield and not let Ohio State consistently have pressure for free. But to be fair, Sault College in general did a nice job staying out of each other's way, making sure they always had boosts. They could go for the defensive plays. It just took a little too long to break out, and I think that's what led to a lot of that OSU position.
So OSU looks strong in game 1. Sault College, they look to be playing well enough today to take some games and maybe eventually the series, but gonna have to get one here. Ohio State already making passing plays happen. Shiro's shot was denied, but it was a good-looking pass. Extra. The challenge. It'll go back to Duck, who lobs it across the field. Masseter flicks it past Chiller, but got demoed in the process. Sleppy up to Shiro on the wall. Shiro to the corner. The bounce doesn't fool Duck. Duck will get the corner boost, now dribbling it along the wall. He has Extra in the mid, but instead goes for that breezy pass downfield. I don't know if that was the highest percentage play.
Definitely not, but I mean, I don't know. You know, it's hard for me to understand what the goal is as Masseter tries to turn one in on Chiller. Kind of just feels like maybe the ball got away from him and he's just trying to adjust and make the best touch he could.
I like that play. Extra tapping it out to Duck. Demo in the midfield by Chiller. Infield pass to Extra and Sault College. That was a lovely play, executed brilliant.
Got him on 2-on-1. Shiro knows this is trouble all the way. And Duck doing the right thing as he buys that extra space for himself to work with. As soon as Shiro turns to him, then he knows he's got the open pass across because he knows Shiro's just going to dive at him as hard as he can. So well done to Duck.
And Masseter says, "Stop demoing me." He says that in the chat, and then immediately after that, he got demoed.
Boom.
On a big touch there from Chiller. Gets the first save. Duck also with the follow-up save. Extra, flicks it around Sleppy. Ball back to Shiro. A lob pass in front of net.
Did that work?
And a save on the goal line from Chiller. Another tap.
Oh my gosh.
Extra will clear it out finally. And that was frighteningly close to a goal. Somehow Sault College managed to keep it out.
Yeah, there was a bump on the Sioux goal line, and it felt like the follow-up to the guy who got bumped wasn't even aware the bump happened, and somehow Sault College able to recover and keep a ball that was just hovering there for what felt like an eternity and keep that 1-0 lead.
Sault College getting away with one there. Duck, hard clear out to the side. Sleppy will send it back in, and Shiro and Masseter both going for that ball. It actually looked like it hit off both of them and messed up that shooting chance. Sleppy hits it out to the middle. Shot from Extra is high. Follow-up off the backboard is good. Sault College extend their lead.
Look at Masseter drive up the back of the net here because he knows this is a shot and he doesn't have any boost. And I think he kind of just realized that it was high, so he thought he could come down, but turns out if he would have kept going, he probably made that save. That's unfortunate.
So just like that, Sault College bounce out to a 2-goal lead. Chiller. Center. Second touch, I think messed up Extra's read, but it would have been saved regardless. High up in the air, Sleppy will tap it down to Shiro. Shiro wasn't able to make much of it. Now Extra with a great challenge. Got his flip back and kept going. Now challenging yet again, giving no space to Ohio State in their own half.
And that's what we were looking for as well. Coming out of the defensive side from Sault College. They need that quicker follow-up to put more pressure on OSU. Sleppy can't find a demo. Shiro is deflected by Extra.
And Extra barely got a piece of that ball. Now the tap over from Sleppy. What a play from Sleppy, weaving his way around the defense on this.
Yeah, a big diving stop there with no boost. Hits the 12 pad on the landing, and fortunately, the defender from Sault College completely missed the ball, so all he had to do was make sure to take his time, let the ball bounce back to him to give him enough room to squeeze it by that near post.
Shiro will have this ball going back to Masseter. Extra. First touch was looking good. He got bumped a bit, and that bump was enough to throw off the trajectory of his approach.
Oh.
Now a long shot off the backboard down to Sleppy. And you said, oh dear, Achieves, you saw this coming early.
Yeah, because you could see that Chiller knew that ball was going to be a little too quickly, and it feels like whenever that ball's directly over your head as you're following it back, it's real easy to lose track of where you are on the pitch, and you can't really tell if you should try and jump at it to deflect it, or if you can just let it bounce. And by the time he let it bounce, you knew he was never going to have a chance of beating OSU, who had it coming all the way.
The strong start from Sault College has withered away as OSU has continually pushed the ball downfield, forcing Sault College into these awkward situations. Sleppy trying to find Masseter. Extra got a piece of it, but Masseter still on the wall, was able to get there. Shiro, first touch off the ceiling. It's down and cleared from Extra. Sleppy back towards the middle. Chiller with the shot. Masseter, the save, and the follow-up from Chiller. Chiller read the touch.
You love to see the commitment there from Chiller. I mean, this ball goes right to him, and he's hoping for the bump there, but he's committed all the way. He's playing the ball. He's not expecting his teammate to get the bump. If he had, he would have had the time to adjust. So well played from Chiller. Play the bounce, see what happens.
Thought OSU would be able to fight their way back. And another save from Chiller. Chiller having a great end of the game. Masseter will test the backboard defense, and Extra will come through. Sleppy back up to Shiro. Shiro,
oh my God,
gonna bounce down, and the clear from Duck. The ball will stay alive. Duck going for net, and he scores at 0 seconds. Sault College get one on the board and achieves. This was a firecracker of a game from Sault College.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch for Sault College, and you're glad to see Duck put it away in stunning fashion. You knew he was going to be able to put the pressure on the defense when that ball was slightly away from the wall. It was off, but the defender is scared. Got to keep it up. Ends up own goaling. And Sault College, I mean, you really had to pull it all out here to pull the win off. I mean, great aggressive plays, the nice, quicker follow-up that we were after. Some solid defensive efforts going in as well with, what is that, 9 saves from Sault College. So really getting it done on all assets, even though they would have liked to have a bit more offensive pressure. But the ones they got, they were able to turn in, and it turned out to be enough.
Certainly did. Sue bringing it on all fronts, offense, defense, everything, showing up that game. And I think every player even stepping up. Chiller, that last play, the one to take the lead back, was such a good read. He was, landed after the shot, kept that commitment like you had said, and had a great shot back towards the net. So Sault College, they're definitely the underdog in this matchup. And they get a win here. Maybe they can stretch that into a few more. We'll find out. Sleppy off the ceiling to Masseter, and Chiller there quickly. Now Duck with some space. It's a one-on-one situation. Duck, the first fake, but Shiro was there the whole time.
That's my favorite move in the 1v1 dribble. The little shimmy shake, the little left, little right turn. See what the defense gives you. And the defense always tested in those scenarios because you really got to understand what people can do with the ball.
Duck. It's an early Sleppy. It was a bit awkward for him.
Oh, he missed it.
What?
He mishit the ball.
All right, calculated.
It bounced off the post, skips off the car, and goes into the corner.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. Wow. I don't know if I'll ever see that again.
Unlikely.
Yeah,
you thought we'd seen it all.
That was a razor-thin margin between that happening and an own goal.
Yep.
Infield pass. Extra will go back to the backboard. Chiller wins it. Now Extra shot denied. Extra going for the bump. The miss! And Chiller will score it. And there was so much action on this play.
Oh, Masseter, the curse of not having a lot of boost to work with. He had 27 when he jumped off the ground, used a lot of it to get up there, and then realized I may have overcompensated here for the lack of boost, and he just went right over the ball.
My oh my. This series has proved to be entertaining.
To be fair, not the first time we've seen Masseter misjump a ball. That's exactly what led to the 4-mile-per-hour goal yesterday.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take,
exactly.
However. And also 100% of the saves that you don't make contact. Sleppy up the sideline. A miss from Chiller opens up an opportunity. Sleppy will have an easy goal after the miss from Chiller.
I'm surprised to find the net here completely open, though. I mean, there's the demo in the background. Okay, that's why. Shiro is just out in front of people and just destroys Duck. I mean, Chiller definitely a little too far away to have the world's easiest challenge, so I think his initial mindset was, force their hand. And unfortunately, the backup got taken out.
So we're back tied. We saw this happen last game before Sault College ultimately took the lead off the crossbar. Chiller, a narrow miss. First touch from Extra, goes for the block. The ball slips out to Duck, who passes it off the sidewall. Now off the corner, Chiller has this going straight up. Duck trying to get the bump in net. Masseter will clear it to the corner. Extra poking it back. Shiro off the ceiling. Masseter doing his best to go for the clear. Duck got enough of it, but Sleppy savvy touch to the corner. That'll relieve pressure.
There's savvy touch indeed, and Duck was so close to absolutely destroying the Buckeyes with that. I think he realized he mishit that first one. They're still trying to double tap it. Extra wins a big challenge and gets the little kiss back behind the defender with the pre-flip.
And he turns, a quick turn from Extra, taking no prisoners. The pre-flip, hitting it with the front side of his car on the follow-through. And I like this strategy from Sault College. They really are not afraid to do the half rotations, do quick turns, and just put the pressure on Ohio State. Take the risk. And it's paying off.
What they needed since game one, where they really didn't have it. And it is paying dividends here, especially in game three. A late lead, still 2 minutes, but it's definitely not as much time as Ohio State would like to have. It's a lot to work with, but when you constantly be getting pushed back on your own side, you feel a little less certain. Only 2 shots here for the Buckeyes.
Oh, and that one almost found its way in as well. Masseter did enough to clear it out. However, Sleppy following it does get the challenge, and it goes over to Shiro in the opposite corner. Backboard hit. Masseter off the corner to Shiro. Shiro with a blistering shot, and he'll beat out the Sioux defense, and we got a tie game yet again.
And this is actually a much tougher shot than it looks. Yeah, the feed is perfect, but when he's about to take that shot, he sees 2 defenders defending both sides of the net, and a window that looks very big in that situation, it's actually pretty small. So Shiro with brilliant placement to nail that one.
Ohio State tie it up again. Very similar game to the previous one we saw, but Sault College was able to close that out. Ball will pinch across the field. Masseter towards net.
Oh, he got him.
Duck with a save off the crossbar. And Extra barely shaved that ball. Back to back. Immaculate save. And Duck on the double commit makes it work.
You thought Sleppy was going to have this for free. I mean, this is looking like it's easy pickings. It's so slow. But Duck just gets a little teeny touch on the ball. And Sleppy goes, hang on, what? I didn't hit that?
That was really something else.
When the double commit goes perfectly.
Yeah. So we've gotten to see some rare plays this game. The one hit off the post that skipped out. Now that. This has been a unique series.
What a game 2, and what a start to a series to split it 1-1.
Duck downfield. Time running out for OSU to tie it up. Another hard shot, and that's going to put it out of reach. Chiller off the wall, able to pound that in. Unbelievable game here from Sault.
Yeah, that's just great timing from Chiller, recognizing there's only one place the defense can clear that ball. Sault College, big late push, and that little touch that beat Sleppy on the goal line. Feel has really sucked the life out of the Buckeyes here, and they're going to find themselves down 2-1.
Ohio State. Currently, they're sitting at 8th place, whereas Sault is dead last right now, 16th. So we were not expecting it to go this way. Right now, Sault College leading in the series 2-1. Now 1 game away from taking this one over Ohio State University.
And you know, the funny thing about Sault College being last in the league is kind of interesting, because we've seen a couple of their series here throughout CRL, and they've always put on actually a pretty decent show, and we're always kind of left scratching our heads like, how are they, 1-8 with a -18 game differential? Like, how does a team that is as solid as these guys just floundering so hard? And it's just, you never know what you're going to get on the day with Sault College. And today they woke up and they're playing very well. Slow start in game 1, but really turned it on in games 2 and 3. And in game 4, we're going to take off the Buckeyes and put another loss in that 8th place record.
That would be something else. I'm pretty sure everyone picked Ohio State to get this win.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone even gave Sault College more than a game.
I don't think so. I definitely picked OSU 3-0, but you always had that doubt in the back of your mind if it was possible, because you know Duck's a quality guy, and he's going to start it off here with a dribble to extra. And a nice dribble to get things going. It's really nothing special, just OSU kind of not really covering as much of the field as they should be.
And a good recovery there from Extra. It looked like he was airborne for a bit. Had to straighten out. Did so quite well and was able to get to that ball in time. And Duck is that player we look to really be making the most mechanical moves for Sioux. But, Chiller and Extra have had a fantastic series so far.
Yeah, Extra has been instrumental, I think, in keeping Sault College in the position that they've been. Chiller, of course, making a couple of big plays. Very similar to how Sleppy was playing yesterday for Ohio State, as Duck tries to really flex on Masseter. And thankfully, the Buckeyes able to pull that one out and keep themselves in it.
Hey, you saw Duck. He was intent on pushing that ball through. But stalwart defense. Now back-to-back demos, but Chiller will respawn right in the path of the ball and lob it downfield. Shiro, second effort. Everyone misses, and now the ball's out to Duck. Duck, past Masseter. Got a piece of it. Now it's off the ceiling. Shot opportunity. If that was on target, that would have been a goal.
That speedy follow-up, so good from Sault College. And you're right, definitely a shot opportunity. Probably should have been on it. Extra pings one off his own backboard, and OSU is thankfully not in position to jump on it immediately.
Not out of the woods just yet. Ohio State putting on the pressure. That one's going to bounce off the backboard. No one there for the follow-up, however.
OSU even got the bump in the corner to stop the guy from being able to make the save on that shot as he drove back into the net. Unfortunate that they missed it high.
Duck was already waiting on the backboard. Pass over to Shiro. Couldn't connect on the shot. Sleppy will go for the first touch play, but Extra will shut that down. And now another shot coming in from Extra. It's deflected upwards. Chiller shot down. Double commit from Ohio State University. Now over to the corner. Bouncing straight up. Duck will go downfield. Ohio State still battling from behind. And they have been battling from behind for quite a bit in this series. That shot saved, and now
Duck.
It kicks off Extra as well. Duck, first tap, now off the ceiling. Fakes out
Big
two defenders, wide open net.
goodness.
Chiller will get the second for Sault College.
Talk about big brain fakes from the, oh my gosh. Masseter and Shiro just destroyed by Duck coming off the wall there and faking that he was going for that big double tap or flip reset or whatever he was looking like he was going to do, because they bit hard on it and he just let them go right by.
Got 2 for 1 there. That double commit really going to dig a big pit for Ohio State to try to work their way out of. Shiro, infield pass, but both Sleppy and Masseter were close to the ball. Bounce pass. Miss from Duck. Chiller will be there to clean up. Sleppy off the ceiling. Masseter, the shot saved from Duck. Sault College getting quite a few saves, every single one of them at the hands of Duck. He has 5.
Yep, monster defensive game for game 4. Constantly pulling Sault College out of bad spots on defense. Sleppy is able to keep Chiller shot out. Only 60 seconds to find 2 goals there, and OSU looks like they're strapped for boost.
One more goal here would certainly put that out of reach, and Sault College, it looks like they might be able to do it. Ohio State running out of time. That demo gave Extra some room, but it wasn't really the greatest touch. Masseter off the corner. Duck will pop it. Shiro with the 50. Now Chiller helping out. Ball upfield. Extra is going to take this to the wall. Pass over to Sleppy. Sleppy's pre-flip is shut down. Shiro pushing it towards the backboard. Denied by Duck. Less than 20 seconds to go. Sault College about to get a big upset over Ohio State University if they can hold on. Shiro, the pinch, back down to the middle, and that will do it. Sault College with an upset over Ohio State University. What a series that was.
The consolation goal for Sleppy, but what a series indeed. Sault College. You know, you always left scratching your head every time you watch him play. You knew they were a decent team with some of their results, you know, like the 2-3, the 3-2 win and 2-3 games versus Northeastern and Kennesaw, and it's just like they can play with teams that are up there, and you just wonder why they're consistently just getting crushed in some of these other games. And here they come out here and beat the team in 8th place like it's nothing because they're, you know, locked in today. And Duck with great field control in Game 4. I mean, every time there was a huge hole that opened up from Sault College, Duck was so quick to get in there and close that and take away that threat for the Buckeyes. So I think he had a very well-deserved MVP performance in Game 4, but Extra and Chiller, excellent support players to capitalize on a lot of opportunities and set Duck up a lot early on as well.
Yeah, Extra and Chiller, I don't know how much Duck scored, but I feel like almost all of them were scored by Extra and Chiller, who just had phenomenal games. And, this was surprising. Every game, Sault College looked good. So, Chiefs, this is not what you would expect from the last place team in the Eastern Conference. They came out here and really played well, taking it to Ohio State University, who now will have a losing record. They were even before that, but now will move to 6-7. So that was a fun series to watch. It had a lot of interesting moments as well that I'm sure we'll look back on with fondness.
You know, you can never underestimate the absolutely calculated save that Sleppy had. So well done, Ohio State. Obviously, the loss going to sting a little bit more than usual due to, losing to number 16. But sometimes that's the way of the road, and that's why we play all the games.
Well, we're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we have more CRL action. Stay tuned.